Today we'll check out 21 games running on the Ryzen 5 7640HS. We'll be using the GMKtec M6 Ultra, which is a budget-priced mid-tier mini PC capable of playing some games. But can this chipset cut the mustard? Let's find out. Welcome to Team Pandori.
Subscribble.
So as we mentioned, we'll be using the M6 Ultra. Windows 11 Pro is updated to the latest version, as are the drivers. In our BIOS we've set it to performance mode, which will give us 50 watts TDP, and we've set frame buffer to 4 gigs. Now the M6 Ultra comes with 2 sticks of 4800 memory. As this chipset supports 5600, I want to see what kind of performance can be gained by switching these out. So here's Geekbench 6 at stock, and now with a slightly faster memory, where we can see it beats every Ryzen 6000 chip outside the OpenCL score. Time Spy isn't as favourable, but once we switch in the faster memory, the GPU score puts it on par with those pesky 6000ers. Enough of those synthetic benchmarks, let's move on to the games. Well, the game benchmarks. First up is Final Fantasy 15, 1080p standard. And while there's only a few FPS difference between the memory speeds, we're getting around 30 FPS, which is okay, and if you want any smoother, lower graphics settings. Forza Ryzen 5 at 1080p high settings gives us around 50 to 55 FPS, and that's not bad at all for a very affordable mini PC. If you really wanted to play Monster Hunter Wilds, you should either look for a mini PC with faster integrated graphics, or one with an Oculink port, as this title really needs a bit more oomph. Next up, Black Myth Wukong, and at 1080p low without any upscaling, we're sitting in the mid-20s. And if we apply a bit of upscaling, much smoother. Sid Meier's Civilization 7. First up, the graphics benchmark. We can see only a few FPS difference. But for the AI benchmark, mostly the same. As we get better performance using the faster memory, we'll carry on only using that. So let's play some games. First up, Counterstrike 2 at 1080p high. While Office is an enclosed map, we're expected to have high FPS, but still, we're way over 60. Here is a medium. And now 1080p low. And for all those wanting to max out their frames, low at 720p. Ow. Valorant, 1080p high. And it runs great.
Be at peace.
$1440p.
30 seconds left. Our spike is down.
And 4K.
Last player standing.
Looks fine to me. Next up is Fortnite, 1080p epic high on the performance renderer. And off the bus at over 100 FPS, good times. and at 1440p, we're still perfectly playable. Dota 2, 1080p best looking. And while it seems to be running quite well, I'm pretty sure that the micro stuff that we see here is due to the monitoring tool. We'll check it out sometime. Ooh, thunder! So this game plays okay at high, but there are dips when it ducks below that 60 FPS sweet spot. But at 1080p medium, no problem. Street Fighter 6 is a title that had mixed results in the past, but by setting graphics to low, 1080p, with a 60 FPS cap, this game is buttery smooth.
I can become stronger. Round 2. Fight!
But Tekken 8 is a bit more demanding. We're here at 1080p low with upscaling turned off, and we're hitting around 50 FPS. And after playing with some settings, we can make it full speed. And that also includes the third round of this stage, which is much more demanding. Even though it's quite an old game now, the Rise of the Tomb Raider still needs a bit more oomph to run at 60 FPS at 1080p medium. Saying that, this is definitely playable, and we can always lower settings if needed.
The Order of Trinity pursued the Prophet, and his people
Stunning. We made it, Dad.
Good job. Whereas my kid is slicing aliens. XCOM 2. Even though it's running at 40 FPS at 1080p, it's very playable. And we should take back this planet.
Armor still holding.
But if you're a young whippersnapper, here's Helldivers 2 at 1080p low with no upscaling. Using FSR balanced, we gain an extra 10 FPS. But to be fair, 720p is probably a better option. Or perhaps 720p with FSR on. Since we're looking at some AAAs, here's Cyberpunk 2077 at 1080p low. FSR 2 speeds things up, but makes things a bit blurrier.
Lunatics XBD!
But this title is probably best played at 720p with FSR turned off, lower latency and not as blurred. Here we have Need for Speed Heat at 1080p medium. Clicking down to low, the game becomes much smoother, and we're just under that sweet 60 spot. And 720p allows us to raise the heat and gets us over 60. Next is Wuthering Waves, 1080p, balanced setting.
Bravo! So you still remember how to fight?
And as there are
despite
dips,
having forgotten
here's Ultra
everything?
Performance. And if you want to have a full 60 FPS, FSR it is.
No hesitation.
RDR2 is a very demanding title, and even at 1080p low, this can be playable. We can easily speed things up with FSR. But in order to get over 60, 720p.
You better quit tracking me. Move! I fought in the war.
How's it going?
I fought for you. The hell is wrong with you?
The Witcher 3 at 1080p low struggles a bit, and as I'd rather play this at 1080p to keep the text nice and tight, I'd rather turn on dynamic resolution for a better frame rate.
Not bad.
Never-ending story. Ah. What?
Doom Eternal, 1080p. Here's a quick thank you to all others on our Patreon, and if you too want to help us out financially, please consider joining up. This has been Emu Chicken of Team Pandora, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ta-ra!